Welcome back to the channel. Just keep this in mind as this inspector has a checklist he's got to go through. Another realtor special here. So you tell me if you see the obvious and you let me know. It's crazy. Anyway, I'll see you down there. Welcome back to Crawlspace Encounters. Got ourselves another one here. Well, these people just bought this house. I guess they had all kinds of inspections done and just wanted me to come back out here and take a look and see what's going on because they smell some musky smell. So we're gonna cruise this crawl space and see what's popping. This is actually pretty tall here. Look at that. Look at all this extra room you got, man. Goodness. You can almost turn this into a basement. Alright, so it's nice and tall coming in. So I already see a problem here. A part of the inspection report for crawl spaces here in this region of South Carolina is water. Any water intrusion has to be fixed. You can see where water is coming in through the foundation. There's no drainage system here. So, number one, I know these inspections were probably just done recently. So, there have been plenty of rain. Yeah, it kind of just, this is nice. So yeah, they told me everything was fine on the inspection. I always take their word for it. I said, well, let me kind of take a look at things myself, and I'll give you my own analysis. Let me take a moisture reading right here. That's good. 15%. In August, all day long. So water is definitely coming in. So where we entered was the back of the house, which would be the back of the bottom of the hill. Not too bad of a slope. This, where I'm looking at right now, that is the front of the house. So you can see how this water is coming into the foundation. Kind of resting itself on that pier. That's definitely something that has to be noted on an inspection report. But according to the new homeowner, everything checked off 100%. And this right here is a no-no, not 100%. It's fresh water here. Water is coming in right to the front of the house, working its way down. So on a wood infestation report, that the banks usually require. Here, they call it a termite letter, but part of the termite letter is obviously termites, any kind of wood infesting insect, water, mold, fungus, leaks, any kind of water damage. I just took another moisture reading. Actually came back 15%, which is good because it kind of feels humid down here. Definitely feels humid. So this is the front. So this is the front porch right here. Definitely looks like some water's coming down the front porch. And the front porch is probably about 6 feet wide. It's got an overhang, but water seems to be coming in. I'll tell you what, man. Not a fan. Not a fan. I just got in here and found a few things. Look at that paw print. That's definitely a dog. Maybe it was one of those dog sniffing inspectors. It's crazy. So yeah, I mean, it feels humid in here. Definitely feels humid in here. It's good to peel back the plastic, see what's going on underneath the plastic. You can tell this is the original plastic from when the builder put it in. This house is not old. I'm gonna have to say this house can't be between, I don't know, 15, 20 years old. It's a young one. I hear a dehumidifier. Yeah, there's one right over there. Look at that. Which is really odd is, if you run a dehumidifier, you gotta close off the vents. It's trying to fight humidity down here. So you have humidity coming in through the vents. So that thing is gonna be running day and night. You can leave one open. If you have a gas furnace down here, I didn't check and see if it was a gas furnace. You definitely want to keep one open unless you want to check out the venting. But look at that strap. Yeah, that's not good. But then again, the codes here are pretty pathetic. Usually, if this is going to happen, you're forced to have to put in some kind of a block in there. Nail the block real good. And then nail that to the block. But South Carolina. So definitely some water comes in right to the foundation. What I would have to have recommended would have been an interior French drain system. I've heard a lot of you guys comment on putting exterior stuff, but here when we're dealing with Crawlspace water, what they recommend is interior French drains. And for the most part, I agree. I've seen people invest a lot of money on exterior drains, and then they still get water in here. So that's the top of the hill, and you got quite the slope going all the way down the hill. That's well, let's take a look real quick. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks high. Okay, and then at the bottom of the hill, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks high. That's quite a difference there. Oh my God. I really hope they know about this. She didn't mention anything to me about this. I was wondering why this insulation was down. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me get in position here. Look at this. Oh wow. That is sick. Look at that. That probably explains why they have this freaking dehumidifier right here. No, she has to know. She told me everything was cool, man. Yeah, good conversation. Let me check the moisture readings on there. See? It looks like it's, oh boy, 70, 68, 69%. That's still wet. 18%, 15%. Sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy. That's crazy. And that was the fix. Man, that's subfloor. That's particle board. And I just watched them. I had to stop walking inside the house because they're putting all new carpet upstairs. At least in this section. Let me see. Yeah, this whole section over here has got new carpet. No, it's this section over here. But this is the bathroom area, obviously. Huh. Well, thank God I video these things, because last time I did an inspection, I got freaking questioned. You hired me to do an inspection and I got questioned. On my last video, you could actually see. I think I listed 17 things I spotted. I mean, those are just like extremely obvious things. If I really wanted to get into the nitpicking mode, I could have found a lot of probably 50 things. So they threw a dehumidifier down here, didn't seal off the vents. This thing is running full capacity. It's sensing the humidity in here. We're smack dab in almost the middle. Yeah, well, we are in the middle of August. That thing is reading 62% relative humidity, which is pretty high. You want to keep it low. I mean, it's okay, but you have a lot of area here. Look at all the vents are open. All these vents are open, except for that one. That one's closed. But these are all open. It's like running the air conditioning in your house and opening up all the windows. Just, it doesn't make any sense. You're trying to dehumidify the crawl space. Oh, she's gonna flip out with that one. I hope she knows. I'm gonna ask her. Still, that's pretty shitty. Look at these dog prints. That's a big dog. I don't know what kind of dog it is, but you can see a lot of footsteps down here. So they've had some inspectors, maybe some workers. So this is a gas unit. So in some cases, when you have a gas unit, you know, some companies just rely on making sure it's vented properly. And some companies, you know, try to vent it properly, but also keep a vent open, one vent open, in case there's a gas leak. There's a place for gas to leak out when you encapsulate a house. But you can see that all this is rusted out. You can see all the mildew funk. So this was condensating here. Pretty good. You can tell they did some work here to the unit itself. You can see how the bottom of it rusts out. And this is that it's on 2 blocks. It's elevated off the ground somewhat, but just the humidity, this clay holds so much water. It is bad. Clay holds way too much moisture. That's why these vapor barriers, it is so important to have as much moisture protection as you can in these crawl spaces. Like I said, none of this wood is pressure treated wood. You can see all the mildew funk growing on this unit. Like I said, look at the air. Look at this. Look at all this space here. You would think that this place itself would, you know, kind of condition itself off because of this much space. Well, you know, crawl spaces that are pretty tight have, you know, the trapped humidity. That's bad. Look at this insulation. That's when you don't put enough hangers on your insulation. These companies just come in, fly through putting this insulation up. Look at the belly on that. All that insulation, putting all the weight on cables. That's why you see plumbing lines busted, because this insulation is heavy. It's heavy. You know, when you have copper pipes, copper lines and all that, and you get all that weight, plus a little bit of humidity, a little bit of that moisture, weight, that's bad. Look at the size of these piers. I am completely standing up right now. What a waste of space. God. I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do down here to make use of all this. But at least all these duct lines are strapped. They did a good job. Definitely, as an HVAC company, you know, in this region, if I owned an HVAC company, I'd do moisture work. I'd be doing vapor barriers, dehumidification systems. All that stuff would really help out with a lot of the machinery you're using. Unless you don't want it to help your machinery, your HVAC, anything you're using, because you want to replace it in 5 years because it's all rusted. But that's not surprising, one, but it's good revenue, good business. Well, you really don't have to do all that much. Teach a few guys how to run some plastic, but look at the size of these piers. That's tall. Anyway, so this is why people call me out here. I want a quick opinion on what's going on. I'm just cruising and showing you guys what's going on. I am going to come back down here and really get into what I see. I give you guys a quick little tour, and then, you know, I show you firsthand. But I got to come back down here and kind of do a few more things, write a few things up, kind of give them a little bit of a professional, you know, here you go. But this shouldn't have passed inspection at all, especially that floor. Oh my God. If an inspector signed off on that and I moved into this house and saw that, I'd flip my lid. Anyway, catch my other videos, Crawlspace Encounters. Like, subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye.